Hi, and welcome back to another Floosh video breakdown. Today we have a special preview at a brand new Masters of the Universe Classics figure, Squeeze. Squeeze is the June 2015 Club Eternia figure, so we are only a couple of months away for him being available for day of purchase and shipping out automatically to Club Eternia subscribers. As I'm sure you know, Squeeze is the final member of the Vintage Snake Men group to enter the Classics line, so the Snake Men are actually the very first major faction to be completed in the Classics line. We will have a full review of this figure up at thefloosh.com, but since Squeeze is so known for his vintage action feature, we wanted to take just a few minutes to go over some of his articulation as well as his patented bendy arms. Now, if you have the Masters of the Universe Classics King Hiss figure, you know that his snake form does have the soft rubbery plastic with a wire inset in there, and Squeeze is actually built on the same concept. However, his arms are actually quite a bit bigger. He has an impressive 22-inch wingspan, so as you can see, it actually goes from one end of the frame to the next, so he has a lot of arms to put on his trademark Squeeze. The arms themselves are made of a very flexible plastic. However, it's also really strong, so I don't really have any fears about the wire coming through, breaking through the plastic. But at the same time, since there is quite a bit of flexibility to the arms, you can actually pose them and position them in, a variety of pretty complicated ways to get some creative posing. Now, if you're going to go, more than an actual full coil on each arm, it's probably going to get a little more complicated, and the arms aren't going to hold that pose very well. But the fact that he's just able to do this, is rather impressive as far as I'm concerned. Now, these arms are heavy, so the good news is that Mattel Design or Engineering actually engineered his shoulders with detents underneath to make them nice and strong, so he can actually support poses that are kind of up, shoulder height or even above. So if you listen, you can hear the clicking in the shoulders. So you move from one click to the next, and there's actually several in there, so you can get a lot of in between posing. But as you can see, that the shoulders are strong enough to support those nice heavy arms, which is a really cool feature, and it really helps with the playability of the figure. Just like the vintage figure, his hands are molded so that he can actually grip on to his own arms, so that kind of helps when you go to put an unsuspecting Masters figure in a squeeze hold. He can actually hold on to his arms pretty well, and then stand with pretty good balance actually to counter the weight of the arms. He does stand up well on his own, so overall this figure is very well put together. He's made up of a lot of new parts. I don't think he shares anything with the previous figure save for his actual feet and then the little ball joints that are used at the top of his hips. So other than that, he's a completely new figure sculpted by the Four Horsemen, so it's going to be a great sculpt. And this guy has a lot of scales, and there is not one spot on his entire body where they skimped on that. So a lot of scale sculpting went on with this figure, but for being a figure to be released so late in the Classics line as well as so late in the Vintage line, it's really cool to still be able to get these almost completely brand new figures, especially with guys like Squeeze, who need a lot of new tooling in order to really make the figure work the way that it should. So I know, as I said, a lot of people are going to be excited for this figure, and I think a lot of people will probably be surprised with how well the arms work. Of course, some people are going to want the arms to be retractable or swappable arms, and obviously we're not going to get that. But that notwithstanding, his bendable arms are actually executed really, really well. So I think he's going to be a very unique figure on the shelf that's going to pop for a lot of people, and he's going to look great with the rest of the Snake Men. So like I said, go over to thefloosh.com to see the full review with lots of pictures. Give us a like on our YouTube channel, give us a comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on flooshing, and we'll be back soon with another Masters of the Universe Classics preview.